All right, Mal, what you got for us?
I've got Monster Hunter.
Oh, it's Kaju.
First big update.
It costs money,
dropping
right?
March
Yeah,
22nd.
tons of money.
Nope.
$20.
Tons of money. No, don't lie to us, Mal. It's at least $50.
It's like Final Fantasy 15. I'm spending like $120 to play the whole game.
Or you could wait like 3 or 4 years and you'll get the deluxe edition that has it all.
For $150.
Anyway, well, actually, I guess before they had a live stream that showed off the whole new update. But before that, a few days before, they had also showed off Devil May Cry tie-in, which now you can get armor to look like Dante from.
You can run around as Ryu and Dante. Basically play Marvel vs. Capcom.
I think Meta's happy with that.
I'm happy with a lot of things that are coming. So.
I mean, you get to what is it? It's I don't actually know if it's armor or a skin to look like him. But then he's got a charge blade for a sword.
I really hope it is just glamour that you can like slap onto yourself and just wear over everything, because I'd wear the shit out of that. I will just, that's like the armor I would just use all the time.
Right.
Screw everything else.
And then they've got the paid emote, which is what they did for Street Fighter as well.
I'm getting
for the guns.
Dumping all my money on this.
But I think the other stuff is free. It seems like they're just kind of doing pay for the emote thing, whereas the other stuff is free, which is pretty cool.
Okay, I never use emotes anyway.
Yeah. And then we've got Mega Man, and the Mega Man pack is coming out the 13th for Palicos. But
Wait, for next month, 13th?
Sorry, yeah, April 13th.
Jeebus.
Boy. Yeah, it's just called the Palico pack though, so I'm a little sad because I really wanted
you wanted to be Mega Man.
Well, I wanted the light bowgun arm cannon.
Oh, that would be actually
from
pretty
previous.
So you could shoot your Mega Blaster, right?
Lemons. He wants to shoot lemons.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Lemons.
Lemons just killed Mal. He can't.
I was
handle
gonna
them.
say.
He doesn't.
What
lock
happened
them.
there?
He doesn't lock them. To be fair,
I don't know what you're referencing. Also, I hate lemons.
Mega Man.
Oh,
his little bullets look like lemons.
Yeah,
I got
They
you.
look like little lemons.
Like, I don't know. I'm just gonna let them do their thing, and then you guys stopped, and I was
Mal's just like, they're just all insane.
I was like, I actually
100% thought that my internet had dropped, and I was disconnected.
I actually had thought my Discord had frozen at that point.
Yeah, I was
So
checking to
like-
make sure as well. Man.
No, don't talk. Just check all the settings.
Well, I mean, you guys might be able to hear me. Like, Mom might be talking about something great. I'd be like, guys, can you hear me?
Anyway, on to the live stream showing off the March 22nd update. Which is where the Pickle Devil Joe comes. They're dropping off a new monster for us.
Yay.
He's a big one.
Yay.
He's I guess he's similar to Anjanath. I mean, he predates Anjanath. He's from previous games, but he's like a T-Rex, just bulkier and green.
And likes to beat you with other creatures in his
Yes, he can use Jagris's the Yaku as weapons, as throwing them at you.
That's amazing.
In previous games, if you sever his tail and you don't go and harvest it, there's a chance he'll eat it and regain health. Yeah, so Devil Joe's fun.
My God,
he was in the previous games. He had the role of Bagelgeist.
Yeah.
Bagelgeist. He would show up and just ruin your day whenever you're hunting something else.
I don't know. I know he's got history, but the memes I've seen for Bagel Goose and being a B-52 bomber, I've fallen in love with him. I've fallen in love with him.
Let mean, you have Devil Joe, who's the pickle, and you have Bagel Goose, so now we have a bagel and a pickle.
A pickle
Yeah,
bagel.
there was the one about how did the Devil Joe get to the new world, and it was him writing on a basil guy.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
It's amazing.
They also confirmed that there will be armor for him, alpha, beta, and then 14 weapons and Palico gear. I just threw in the Discord at least what one of the armor sets are.
I do like the armor
Oh,
set.
sweet.
The, is
God,
that
the one with the
is that
claws.
dual blades or?
I assume they're dual blades. I would think they'd have to be.
Yeah, and I
Those
love
have to be
it
dual blades,
so
yeah.
much.
Because the Nergigante final are like claws.
Yes.
Dual
Right,
blades.
exactly.
Those things look awesome.
Yeah. I think I'm hoping that we'll just keep getting more and more monsters. That'd be great. Starting with this guy.
Now, is it just Devil Joe, or is it going to be some of the Devil Joe derivatives? Do we know?
They only mentioned him. I mean, the whatever the demonic looking one or whatever is from a G rank thing, I think. So he probably won't
that's
be in
right. That's true.
it. Yeah. They also went and decided to buff basically all the Blade Master weapons, which is all the melee weapons. The only thing I think they slightly nerfed was the Charge Blade's Ultra Burst, and then the Charge Blade also got some other buffs. But yeah, pretty much.
They charged its ability to stun if you're using an impact file.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Which is then they also fixed some bugs on the bow, and the blowguns are perfect and have remained untouched.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which I mean, they were actually, I guess, emergency patched.
All is copacetic.
A while ago. Or,
With the piercing ammo.
the slicing.
Or slicing, yeah.
It was just too strong. But which it's interesting because they've never like done this sort of thing because they're always on the handhelds and stuff. So it's interesting to see them trying with the rolling out patches and like buffing, like or in debuffing the weapons as we play. Which is it's just a PV, like it's not even a PvP game, but they're still like trying to maintain weapon balance.
Which is nice. I mean, because as it is, they're supposed to be doing kind of a rolling updates with monsters and stuff. So it's nice to see that they're looking at weapon tweaks to do with them, at least here early on. They've
actually already said that we're getting the second content update in April. So
oh, really?
It'd be interesting to see if we get like they change every month. If we get like a monster and some changes, would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess we'll have to wait till April to see if we get a new monster. I don't know. I really want the Mitsuzune from Generations, one of the flagships. It's a bubble. It's like Serpentine Dragon with bubbles, but
it's a bubble dragon.
Yeah, I just want it because its armor looks like kind of samurai-y.
Well, and it also like does an opposite of water blight, where it like.
Oh yeah, it's also another water monster, which is kind of needed in the game. There's only one in low rank, basically.
Slip around, so that's kind of interesting.
Okay, now that truck guy's gone, I can talk again. Sorry.
And Mizutsune would be cool. I'm still holding out for or Barryoth. I would love to see one of those two in World, but
oh yeah. I mean, they've got plenty of monsters.
Dude.
Yeah, that's the Mizutsune armor.
I want it. I want it.
That's basically why I want the monster.
I want it. They have like little priestly robes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The one on the left.
But yeah, they've got. I mean, almost all the, like so many of the monsters in the games are like new, so they have so many monsters they could add.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is good for like old time fans and stuff.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been wanting G rank, and they think that they'll do it as a DLC instead of a whole new game like they usually do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, well, and usually they do it as like a whole new game just because, I mean, they're cartridge. It's not like on handhelds it's as easy to give, I guess, huge DLCs. I was reading somewhere they were talking about that. So in this case,
Maybe
it should be more accessible for them to do it, I guess, for lack of a better way of describing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're gonna have seasonal events. We have the Spring Blossom Festival for April 6th to the 19th, which the Gathering Hub will be
the soccer festival, basically.
No. The Gathering Hub will get all sorts of flowers and fireworks and a giant Poogie statue.
Pookie.
Get 2 lucky vouchers during each duration, and new music in the city. But also, all event quests will be available during the festival. So, I mean, if they keep up with the seasonal events or something, it'll be nice to like bring back old quests.
Yeah.
And then it also looks like they're adding the Nahabra armor, which is a fan favorite because like the male looks like a tuxedo, and the female like also fancy. But yeah, the NPCs are wearing it, so everyone's like, they've got to make it available.
Yeah,
for
I'm
us
sure
too,
they
right?
will. And as you said, this is all the free stuff, right?
Yeah, this is all free.
Yeah, it's a lot of content.
They're also doing 6 or so new emotes, like a dance troupe, and possibly with fireworks and stuff that will be paid.
Yeah,
but they're adding in free they're adding 2 hairstyles that can be seen on NPCs that you can't get, but they're just adding them for free. And they also showed off the weapon contest rocket greatsword wyvern. It's called Wyvern Ignition. That someone created, someone from the community created, and now they finally showed it off. It looks pretty cool. I mean, I don't play the greatswords, but this one looks pretty sweet.
Link
it.
Link it.
I'm.
Because that's my weapon.
It's got a literal rocket on it.
Good God.
Your boy coming in with a rocket sword.
Rocket sword.
You can just have the strongest of running overheads.
Exactly. Oh, that's your thing.
Now, or are you trying to capitalize on how to get the best one?
I would never steal your stick.
And then they also are adding re-customization for your characters, including the gender. You just get to redo your character. It's a ticket-based system, though. The first one's free, but you got to pay for the rest.
Is it that kind of a ticket, or is it like the other tickets that you can find in the game randomly?
It says it will function on a ticket system, and the first one is free.
You just have to find the golden ticket.
Tickets only apply to one character in the account. Well, yeah, I think it's done before you would launch the game, so I don't know how you would find. I don't think it would be based on what you find in the game.
Got to buy those candy bars.
You just can't change your name is the thing. So it's
a recurring theme with PlayStation stuff, right?
Well, yes. But yeah, I mean, and we're getting more in April, and hopefully it will be this much stuff as well. Then I really need to play the game more.
Yeah.
You.
Well, yeah. I'm not as bad as you.
I don't think I played it in like a month.
Right.
I feel like at some point we should do that for a stream.
Oh, we will.
Maybe when y'all get done with your
with our Pokemans.
Yeah.
Pokemons.
Soon.
Hey, we're more than halfway done now.
Yeah.
I just grinded off stream for like 3.5 hours the other day. Prepare for the Elite Four. So is that it
That's
for all
it.
the updates?
Yep.
What I mean, that's cool. That I'm wondering what the paid content will be like if they do an actual
I
like
have no
big
idea.
DLC pack. Like how much will be in it, considering how much free stuff we're getting.
Beyond G rank, I don't really see them doing much paid DLC because they've always done it where they would every so often introduce new monsters through free DLC. That's just something they've always done.
But with how successful the game has sold, would it be unwise just to not do some?
True.
Even for like a $5 one?
Was it? I guess a little while ago they announced like it was Capcom's fastest selling game ever. And then just a few weeks ago they announced it's Capcom's best selling game ever. So it's popular. I could see it hasn't even been released on the PC yet.
No.
So I could definitely see them wanting to tap into more revenue, but I don't know. I mean, if they release something, I would hope it would be G rank first. I mean, they could do just a non G rank dump of a bunch of monsters at once, like maybe 10 or something. I mean, because the base game came with like 20, so like half that.
This is my first Monster Rodeo, so
I see it being hard for them to do monsters on a paid DLC basis, though, if only because drop in, drop out, and there's somebody there with armor. How are they going to handle the SOS system? I don't know. It just.
I mean, other games have done it before.
I could maybe see them doing like different game modes or something. Maybe.
I
don't know what it would be.
Right.
I could see them doing new arena stuff with it. I guess that could be interesting.
Maybe just more quests,
challenges, and stuff like that.
I don't know.
I mean, like in Destiny, if you didn't have the DLC, you could still see other people's armor and stuff. You just couldn't go do
Maybe
those
they'll
things.
come up with a new weapon.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Don't want them to come up with a new weapon. Like, as much as I like variation, like, I'm worried we're at the point of hitting the tipping scale into the silly and ridiculous. Like, we kind of already are. I fully recognize that. My charge blade that I love so much is very
Give me
ridiculous.
A Bloodborne crossover. I want all the... I want, like...
Mal wants a whip sword.
Yeah, or something.
Whip sword would be cool. It's a game about hunting monsters. You gotta have a whip.
Shoot, we don't have any, like, flexible weapon-style weapons, do we?
Yeah. I don't know what you would add as a weapon. You got pretty good coverage.
Maybe something that's more of a spear and less of a lance.
Yeah, I mean you've got the insect glaive.
Oh yeah, that's true.
But we could use more pole arms though.
Yeah.
Something like on something on chains, I guess.
Pistols maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dual pistols. Why not? I mean, there's sillier things have been done.
They're adding dual pistols in the form of an emote.
Well, there you go. They've already done half of the animation work.
Right.
Now they just have to design all the weapons.
If we're going off of that, then we just need totally key weaponry after Hadouken.
Right. I mean, I assume this will do very little damage, like the Hadouken. So we will soon see people killing monsters with just the dual pistols.
Pew, 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 pew.
Take I don't know, like
it will be my goal to
but...
kill all my creatures with that dual pistol emote.
Oh god. It'll do like 6 damage.
Yes. I'm still gonna do
Matt
it.
is working out all the math in his head.
All the maths. But get affinity up to 100%, and then I add the weakness multiplier.
Oh my god, do 10 damage. My pistol emote. Oh baby.
Oh baby. If it hits 4 times.
And then I just running overhead from Mao.
Yeah,
right.
He just snobs it. He just snobs it last minute.
Level 3 charge hit.
Boom. Pistols out of here.